From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the New York Jets versus Jalen Hurts and the New England Patriots.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are... The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Tua sets up to pass it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
To David Njoku. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Patriots take over. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Jets 20.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
on the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
Jets, nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New York ready to go again offensively. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the...
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
This is the tight end, Njoku. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Tua. Completes it to Hardman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Jets, nothing.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the carry. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
On second down, Elliott.
48-yard line.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chains, second and 13. Now Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. It took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. But guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. CeeDee Lamb, 76 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And it's up and good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 33-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Intended for O.J. Howard.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Second down, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
On for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Patriots 10, Jets 7.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over to spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. 17-7, the final score. From there,
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 11 yards there. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And it's second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. 30, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Touchdown, Jets.
Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Returning it, John Ross. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24 yards.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on having time.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Hurts pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Fournette, a first down carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The gun, they'll look to throw, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and once again the Patriots are back out in front.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
superior.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Tua to try again on second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. This is the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Patriots' 10.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, Hurts. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34-yard
line.
Throwing is Hurts. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, New England.
Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to number 28. A gain of a yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Tagovailoa sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Recovering by the defense.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And Jones with a first down carry, and he's going to wind up losing a couple as he's stopped behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Tagovailoa able to hit his target Lamb. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
28-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.